Paint us a picture here. What happened that you can't go for this honor?
Well, I was the original applicant many years ago, and I was told we had to wait 3 years to get a posthumous star for Carrie. And as you guys just said a minute ago, I can't believe it was never happened before this, but for some reason, no one really thought about it. They thought Carrie was going to be with us forever. So, I mean, it just never happened. But I filled out the paperwork 4 years ago. And finally, the paperwork was getting to the point where they said, we're going to do this. But there was no date set. All of a sudden, I get a call, some friends a few days ago saying, hey, you're going to go to the event, man? This is awesome. We'll see you there. And I'm like, what event? Well, they're doing the star for Carrie. And I was like, well, that's great, but there must be a mistake because I haven't even been invited. So I had my press agent contact the Walk of Fame folks, and they were like, what? We're stunned. What do you mean you're not invited? And then he contacted the Disney people, and they were like, well, you know, the family has decided not to invite you. Now, my question is, well, wait a minute, who's the family? Because there's only 6 of us in the family.
Who in the family is blocking you guys?
Well, we don't know because we're on a blackout. So we've been canceled and we're in a full blackout. We can't communicate with Billie and haven't been able to communicate with her for quite some time. And I don't know what's behind it. And if you think about it, extending not only to Carrie's immediate family, but all of her best friends, from Beverly D'Angelo to the people she went to school with, there's a full blackout and nobody understands it.
But you also said that you're not communicating with Billie, like you don't have a relationship, is what I took from what you just said, that there's this blackout, and if you're not communicating with her, is it fair to say that things are not good between yourself and Billie? Yeah,
you can say that with everybody in the family because nobody is communicating with her.
Right, so, you're right. Jolie said the same thing in a statement this morning.
Well, and Trisha, I've spent a lot of time on the phone with Trisha. It's the same thing with her. And you know, these are they're pretty sweet people. There's no reason. My cousins are really awesome people. But I would just say it this way, that when my mother's brother had kidney failure and they took him off of dialysis, he had about a week to live. This is just before the pandemic. And I reached out to Billie at that time and I said, Uncle Bill's only going to be here like another week or so. Can you come over and say goodbye to him? And we were all very close, you know, growing up. This is my mother's brother. And she never responded and I haven't heard from her since. And I don't know what brought that on. I could tell you that you know, she's not happy with the Carrie side of the estate. I know that Carrie left things in trust for her. She was never happy with that. But I have absolutely nothing to do with that, and I never have. In fact, I found out about it myself when she passed away.
It's really tough that, you know, this is the big honor that you started, and really sorry.
I don't even care that I started. I mean, like, I would just be happy just to be there with her fans and be there with Billie. And
you could go in the crowd, right?
Yeah, but you know, that's not classy. I
right.
mean,
no, I get that. And I get that. I totally get that.
I have been told to stand down by her press agent. I mean, I have been told. And so, you know, yeah, sure, I have every right. I could make a scene. You know, I could go down there and get on the red carpet and throw my weight around. But, you know, I'm not interested in causing a scene. I don't want to detract from the event. What I really hoped would happen is that Disney would wake up and say, wait a minute, you know, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, you know, these people need to come.